Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man! At your services. How are you all? Hope we're doing very, very well. Well, we've just seen Halloween Kills. Yes. The long-awaited, long-delayed, long-postponed Halloween Kills. Finally, we've seen it. 2 devoted Michael Myers fans here have just seen it. And we've now come out of the cinema. One of us is bedecked in coveralls. One of us sat and watched it in the ridiculous mask the entire way through. And one of us just sat there looking gorgeous all the way through.
I've got a t-shirt.
She has got a t-shirt. Oh yeah. Do you know what? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
She's got a t-shirt on as well. As well as the peephole bra.
What?
I jest. But we are both big fans of Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. Long looking forward to this, and we've finally seen it. Now we're going to give our initial reactions. Now you know me folks, I'm going to go in depth on this. Maybe not right now, but very soon. So I'm going to kind of hand you over to young Hope here. And the big giveaway is her name, Hope. We need hope with this franchise. Hope, what did you think of Halloween Kills?
The kill count was up there. It's a great, if you want to go for the kill count wise, great. But the brutality everyone was on about, not, it's alright, but you kind of expect more for what everyone was saying.
So she's saying basically, this film's been hyped up as being an absolute rampage, no pun intended, a carnage-rife movie. Venom, Carnage is out at the same time and is swamping cinema screens and taking Halloween Kills off a lot of sort of screenings in certain cinemas. But this film was touted as being an absolute bloodbath. Was it the bloodbath you thought it was going to be?
No, definitely not.
I didn't think so either. Were you held in suspense and terrified?
No.
No. Did you jump at any big jolty scream moments?
No.
I can tell you that I did jump once, and Hope may testify to this because she was sitting behind me when I did jump. There is a sequence, no spoilers here, where Laurie puts a needle, a hypo of morphine into her thigh and really jams it in there. I was sitting there in the mask. Oh yes. Oh, it's here. This baby here. Yeah. I was sitting there in that the entire time. And when that jolty moment came in, yeah, I was on the ceiling of the cinema because I felt that. But bloodletting wise, this is a film which is meant to be absolutely stratospheric when it comes to massacres and bloodbaths. Don't believe the hype. That's all I can say. Don't believe that. This is nowhere near as nasty as you think. The kill count, is greatly enhanced by from other movies, but it's still nowhere near what we were led to believe. Suspense and tension. I really don't think David Gordon Green has got that. He doesn't have that ability to string you along and make you, on edge. The scenes are there, but he doesn't have the payoff. You know what the payoff is, and when it does actually finally happen, you're kind of like, well, I guessed it. I knew it was coming from that angle there, that direction there, from that closet, that cupboard. Michael Myers is still a massively brutal force to be reckoned with, a supernatural force to be reckoned with. And as we've discussed, Michael Myers, Hope, is he supernatural or is he human?
No, he's supernatural.
Supernatural. And yes, I did buy her a drink. Yes, I did. But he is supernatural. And they do, as I foretold, they did address that in the movie this time. They talk about how can he survive a fire like that? How can he, repeated bullet wounds and that kind of thing? He's not human. The flashback sequence, folks, again, this is initial reactions. The flashback sequence, which we all knew about, so no spoilers here, flashbacks to '78 with Donald Pleasance and Dr. Sam Loomis, and the arrest of Michael Myers after the events of Halloween '78. It's so confusing. Now, I thought that looked great. The guy, or whoever was in the Sam Loomis guise with the CGI face or whatever it was he was wearing, looked and sounded amazing. That was truly, truly great stuff. Hope, what did you think about Donald Pleasance making a bizarre reappearance?
He was great.
There you go, he was great. He was great.
He sounded and looked exactly like the other one, so...
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't do a great deal. He's just, don't expect too much from that, because I don't think you want too much. That would be really over-egging things. And Donald Pleasance's appearance as Sam Loomis, albeit it's not Donald Pleasance, but the voice looks great. Sounds great. His face looks great. He looks convincing, and it's just enough. And it really does capture that. Evokes the '78 feel from the original movie, so you get that, and that really is important. And it is one of the best elements of this movie, which is a film which is fast-paced. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
There's lots of incidents. There's a huge red herring is thrown in there, which I'm using the phrase red herring, but when you're watching it, you know it's not a red herring. And it's a bit of a horrible distraction. I think on subsequent viewings I may view that differently and think that, hang on a minute, there's a real good point being made here, which you kind of, when I first watched it just now, I thought, hang on, you're going too far with something that we know is not correct. And I'm talking around things here, you know, but I just thought, you're wasting too much screen time. Let's cut to Michael, and because you're chasing the wrong person. We know it, and several characters in the film know it, so why are we persisting with this? But the point could be that, well, in fact, it's even quoted, look, Michael's turning us all into monsters. Haddonfield has turned upon itself, and so that could be the point. But that sequence, were you taking out the movie with that? Because you just thought, like,
yeah.
I chose Hope because she writes for TV. She's a theatrical stage production producer, and she's written many screenplays for Hollywood. So I thought that she'd be great for this. But no, she's a fan of the franchise. You're more a fan of Scream, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched all the Halloween movies though, so...
Yeah. But Scream, we had a trailer for Scream, and the new Scream. And yeah, looked good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Looked good.
Especially with the directors from Ready or Not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it kind of... And I feel a bit of a charlatan, a bit of a shit heel saying this by going like, well, I was more excited by the Scream trailer than I was by Halloween Kills.
Yeah. Just like seeing Ghostface on the big screen again after like 10
years.
years.
And like, folks, you know me and Michael Myers and The Shape and The Mask and all that, and John Carpenter's score. Which dropped I think overnight last night, properly, legally, officially.
Yeah.
But some of us had it before then, as you know. His score is not as good, it's not as exciting as I really thought it would be. Given this one, Halloween Kills is meant to be the action-packed, blood-soaked massacre, carnage fest, which... well, we both don't think that was the case, do we?
No.
I don't know if I put words in your mouth, but you know.
No, you're fine.
It just wasn't. There's plenty of kills in it, plenty of brutality, but it's. I remember that David Gordon Green did say when the film was first meant to come out, so we're talking a long time ago now, pre global pandemics. He said, no, there's more kills in this movie, but it's not. It's no more gory, no more violence than Halloween 2018. And I'll be honest, even with the extended kill count, it's not as bloodthirsty as you think it's going to be. Not as horrifically. There are crunched heads which you got in 2018. What I did find was in the opening scenes, you had a few slit throats, with lots of spurts, and people trying to stop the blood spurtage. Now that was kind of gruesome, but the actual kills themselves didn't really.
I feel like they could have done more with it.
They touted it as being a huge, massive kill fest, didn't they?
Yeah.
And we didn't really get that. No. There's some good stuff, but it's few and far between. And Michael, would you say Michael had a lot of screen time in this movie?
Not really.
That's what I thought. And that's bizarre, isn't it? This is the big, the Michael Myers on full. He's in full kill mode. This is him at his prime, as Dr. Sartain wants to see him in the wild. Well, this would be it. This would be exactly it. And but where was the huge, take down the mob? Well, okay, no, spoilers. There is a mob takedown, but it's not going to be how you maybe envisaged it. It certainly wasn't how I thought it was going to plan out. And a few other bits that I thought were going to be in there, and I had prophesized quite a bit on the channel. I was wrong. I was way wrong. But you can't hold that against the film. If they didn't put in what you thought was going to be there, just because you thought it was going to be there, then it's not their fault, is it? But you just made an assumption, and we were wrong. But anyway, I'm going to try and wrap this up now. So, Hope, your final thoughts on your first. It sounds so bizarre. Your final thoughts on your first viewing of Halloween Kills. Tell the world what you really, really think.
If you want to watch it for the kills, then yeah, it's the right movie. But if you're looking for something to I don't know,
and she writes. She writes for the Times. No, I know. I've thrown her massively into the spotlight there. It's popcorn. It's a popcorn movie, and really, should we be knocking it for it? It's a stalker slash movie. Stalker slash movies from the 70s and the 80s onwards are not Oscar baiting fare. They haven't got huge character depth. What's happened with the Halloween franchise is they've tried to make this into something much bigger, much broader, much deeper, with bringing back all the other the older cast from the original movie and try to make it three-dimensional and make it more impactful, because we know these people. Oh my God, how does it affect the township? When in reality, what we do get is just another stalk and slash movie with no huge sort of Terminator style, kill fests. It is just Michael Myers doing what Michael Myers does. Mm-hmm. So should we really be knocking it for that? Maybe not, but it's because this film was touted so heavily. I'm trying to make my face look so fat and look like a barrel. I mean, it's Halloween and I've got a face like a pumpkin. But they made this film out to be bigger and more sort of epic than the film that we get. And that's, at the moment, that's all I can say. It's not as epic as they made out. It's not as big.
They could have done so much better with the movie.
Yeah, and the script and the dialogue is wretched. Michael is great. Michael is, he's still what you want. And we see him without the mask, don't we? Mm-hmm. The mask does get, I did foretell this, and you see even in the trailer, the mask gets removed. But don't worry, you don't see James Jude Courtney's face. It's
You
all.
see him a tiny bit, but not. It's kind of blurred.
It's blurred.
Yeah.
It's blurred. Bit of scruffy sort of beardage. And but no, you don't see his face. You see his face more in Halloween 2018,
yeah.
which kind of leads me to think that maybe in Halloween Ends you'll see a lot more of his face. I'll be honest, I am intrigued where the hell they're going to go with Halloween Ends, what they're going to do with that. How is that going to really? What they're going to do? Is it going to be, as I said before in a previous video, is it going to be like Laurie sitting playing chess with Michael Myers in the Myers house and trying to work out what makes him tick? What is it? I don't know. Where you go from this? We know that Halloween Ends does not have the body count that this film has. And if that's a selling point of this movie, we've been sold out.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's meant to take like 6 or 7 years after this movie.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, they do make a point. Laurie does say something along the lines that this guy could appear anytime, any Halloween. You know, he is what he is. He's just the bogeyman. He could, whenever someone's alone, you know, he could always appear, and you get that sort of thing. But anyway, folks, this is our initial reaction to seeing Halloween Kills. This is hope, and in hope we can always trust, because we've always got hope. She's always here. So anyway, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I will be back with a bigger, more in-depth review once I've got my thoughts gathered together and some of the whiskies drained away from me. So in the meantime, please be happy, be healthy, look after yourselves, watch out for the bogeyman, and if you see Hope, give her a kiss, because she's gorgeous, isn't she? See you all later.
Bye.